What's going on, guys? Dawko back again. Hope you're fantastic today, and welcome to the interview with Scott Cawthon.
Merhaba arkadaşlar. Benim adım Dawko. Aslında hayır değil.
Next up is Ultimate Custom Night. So this was the literally released a month ago. Has it been a month already? What?
Maybe a little more even.
With Ultimate Custom Night, you know, having 50 plus animatronics, was this bigger than you originally wanted it to be? So, did you originally think, right, I'm going to put 50 animatronics into this game, or did you just keep building it up?
I mean, I always planned. I always knew that it was going to be a full size game. I mean, you know, originally. I mean, I guess at the very beginning, it was going to be an add-on to Pizzeria Simulator, but it was very soon afterwards that I realized, you know, this is going to be just a full Five Nights at Freddy's experience. You know, this just needs to be its own full game. And yeah, and originally it was going to be, you know, 4D characters, but then I kind of filled those slots up pretty quick, and there were just too many characters left out. You know, so I had to add an extra row, and even then there were too many characters left out. So I just kept on adding, and I found a lot of really good. I found some really good tricks to really help the program be able to handle it. You know, because like my biggest problem with Pizzeria Simulator, and I'm just kicking myself, was that, you know, I wasn't utilizing some of the graphic features properly. You know, especially with the jump scares. You know, because I had these high resolution jump scares, and it would just run out of video memory. So that's why I had to just chop out frames. But you know, there were just some really neat tricks, you know, to render them smaller and then scale them up for the sake of the game. And you really can't tell when you're playing it. They might look a little bit fuzzier, but they still look pretty high quality. But, you know, it just allowed me to squeeze in all these characters and all these jump scares and just all this content, you know, really seamlessly.
Was there any scrapped ideas at all for the game? So anything that you wanted in but you couldn't, or you just didn't like how it turned out?
No, whereas in some of the other games, yeah, there had been some different ways I considered taking it, but no, Ultimate Custom Night, that was really only the way that it could go, you know, and I kept on just kind of adding on to it. Oh yeah, but I will say this just for the record, you know, to all of your viewers listening, I'm going to give you credit where credit is due for coming up with the idea for being able to purchase new office skins. Because originally I had it to where they would just randomly pop up. You know, whenever I gave you that original test copy to play, you know, you had a 1% chance of each of those offices appearing, and you made a comment saying, "Hey, it'd be cool if you could unlock those." You know, and then I changed that, and now I think it's a great feature of the game. So
awesome! I feel like I've participated in something. Yeah, no, I thought having the offices as a reward would be good, and I think you put the score amounts for each office like perfectly. So I think you just said that you were satisfied with the game, but are you satisfied with this possibly being the last game that you might create, the last FNAF game?
Yeah, I am. I really am. Starting with Five Nights at Freddy's 3, there was always something that I wasn't completely happy with, and that would become a core principle of the next game.
Yeah.
With 3, I wasn't completely happy with the jump scares, so I worked on 4. With 4, I wasn't completely happy with the storyline, so I made Sister Location. With Sister Location, I feel like it leaned a little too sci-fi and left a few plot points. Well, there were a few plot points that were really bothering people, so then I made Pizzeria Simulator. But then even with Pizzeria Simulator, even though I was really happy with the game, I don't know. I just felt like it needed a capstone. It needed some other bookend, just some experience. And Ultimate Custom Night brought in all of the characters, you know, and it's been, and I think so far it's been the best reviewed of the games, which, you know, thrills me. Of course, I'm really happy to see that everybody's just seemed to really enjoy it. People have even welcomed a DD into their hearts after all this time. You know, it took everyone a little bit of time, but I think everybody likes DD now. So maybe not. No, am I wrong? I'll tell you what. Everybody, just leave a comment in Dawko's video if you disagree.
I like DD. She can just sometimes spawn at awkward times for me. I mean, with 50-20 mode, there's no stopping DD, so, you know, I wasn't really bothered about, I'm just going to say, it's Shadow DD. Does she have a specific name? Should you just say Shadow DD?
I named Shadow DD XOR, and I'm not sure why. But like with most of the other characters in this franchise, whenever I'm making them, some name immediately comes to mind. It doesn't mean anything, but that's the name of Shadow DD.
XOR. Okay. Well, is that, people said that might be Zor, or is it XOR?
It's just XOR.
Okay, awesome. But yeah, XOR was just with the mechanics of 50-20 mode anyway, so you couldn't be annoyed with XOR because it was part of the mechanics on what to do to try and beat it. Speaking about 50-20 mode, have you tried it after the game has like been released? You know it's possible now.
Oh no! Listen, my high score is still just 6,800. You know, making custom nights. The tricky thing about it, and actually, I only really had to worry about this here. But you know, I know I've mentioned other times that anytime I've ever made a custom night, I've always assumed that the most difficult mode was impossible. I mean, because that was never the intent of the game. When making the game, there are always 5 nights, and I make sure that those nights are beatable. I make sure that the 6th night is beatable. I make sure that nightmare mode is beatable. You know, but as far as like, you know, as far as setting all the, you know, the difficulties all to 20, it's never been a goal to make it possible. And really, one of the main reasons is because if I ever get to a point where I could beat it, then everybody else would beat it within the first 12 hours of the game being released. You know, I mean, me being able to beat something is not a super high bar to clear as far as, you know, someone else being able to come along and beat it. With Ultimate Custom Night, it was really tricky because unlike the other games, there was a burden on me to make sure that it could be beaten. And this is one of the areas where I think, you know, all these years of designing games really benefited me, because even though I could never beat it, and I still can't beat it, everything was designed in such a way to where I was 99.9% confident that nothing was going to conflict with something else in a way to where it would genuinely make it impossible. And with one exception, one oversight might have been the whole issue of coin collection, because I think I do agree that it might have actually been impossible to collect enough coins, you know, but other mechanics provided kind of a backdoor to solve that. You know, I mean, being able to keep something on your camera and them not moving, you know, that is intentional. It might have been, you know, used in ways that I hadn't intended, you know, but it was intentional, because obviously you don't want to have a character on screen and then suddenly pull down your screen and jump scare you. That would be teleporting. It gives you know, it's kind of immersion breaking if something is one place, you know. So the idea of locking them in place by watching them is a game mechanic, and it was used by everybody in a really clever way to kind of bypass mechanics that might have otherwise made the experience unplayable.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome to know. So watching the plushies was intentional, where they couldn't get you, basically.
Yeah. I mean, well, you know, and like Lefty there are several characters at the Bay that way. Lefty is one of them also. As long as you keep the camera on Lefty will never attack you. I mean, that's kind of been a feature in, I think, pretty much all of the games, or at least many of them. Yeah.
I think you could actually get 30 Faz coins, by the way. I didn't try that though, because what we did was we kept lifting up the monitor, which made BB and JJ and Helpy spawn. So we just, you know, we could get 10 Faz coins for the Death coin in literally 10 seconds. So I think it is possible to get the plushies if you just, you know.
I think it was just like a month ago that someone finally beat Custom Night for Sister Location before the patch came out.
Oh, you know, yes, I saw that. Yeah, with the power.
You know, yeah. Someone did that. So I'm sure that, you know, so who knows? Maybe 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years down the road, someone's going to take it upon themselves to beat Custom Night, no death coin, buying all the plushes,
Yeah.
and just really torment themselves with that, and that'll be interesting.
Yeah, that's not going to be me. Just letting you know that.
It's not going to be you. Come on, man.
Well, I would do it in front of a bet, but
No, you've served your time.
Wow. Okay. I don't think I would be able to, honestly. Maybe like for a charity stream, like something like that, I could maybe do something with it. But yeah, Ultimate Custom Night. One of my favourite games, by the way, in the series. It's on the top for me.
Good.
Really, really awesome. And a nice send-off as well, Scott. Bringing them all together.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was a great send-off to the game. And I think it's left a lot of people satisfied as well, though. That's a point I wanted to make. I'm satisfied, just letting you know that. And I think a lot of people are satisfied with this too. Like, we understand that it's the last one. And, yeah. Speaking about it being the last...
That's all that matters to me, so I'm glad to hear that.
Awesome.
Şansımızı seveyim.